This is the team of DJ, Mackie, and Chris the Giraffe Goldstein. Cross Bills in the house.
All right, we are getting started with tag team action, and it's only right. Tennessee has got a great history of tag teams. You think about the pro wrestling version, but this is Aries Fight Series, and this is going to be submission grappling tag team action. This is Team 2 Live Crew, and now their opponents.
And their opponents, fighting out of the Knoxville Mortgage Brokers red corner. They had a combined team weight of 380 pounds. They represent Team Chaos right here in Knoxville, Tennessee. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the cage, James Montgomery, and the 8th wonder of the world, your one and only Hollywood Josh Cate.
Very excited for this one.
The 8th wonder of the world, man. It don't get no better than that.
Well, he sat in the seat you were sitting in. He used to be my broadcast colleague, but he's turned in the broadcast headphones for the gloves. He's ready to go.
Man, I hope we don't do that. I don't know. You never know.
No, I don't think that would be something horrible would have to happen.
I've seen a lot of these guys fight. I don't want to get in that cage.
I have no interest in that. Oh, look at this walkout right here. Look
Yeah?
at your boy.
Yeah.
Woo!
You knew he was going to milk it, guys.
Wow.
Woo!
I did have a chance to see Josh Cate briefly at his gym a couple weeks before. Guy has been training like a madman, so I'm excited to see what kind of effort he puts on it here.
Now, do you think a lot of these guys, this is kind of their entrance to start in this grappling deal, and then they just get into the fighting, or is that just a way?
It's been said that the best base to have for MMA, start with the grappling, start with wrestling, because it's the hardest thing to pick up.
Oh yeah, you got the costume on.
Look at
there. He's
this.
ready.
Yes, Hollywood Josh Cate looking the part.
I sure hope we're getting this on TV.
Hulk Hogan-esque with the boa.
Yeah.
Team Chaos arriving in style here. They are getting checked in. This is going to be an awesome contest. Not just your run-of-the-mill tag team event. The old expression, familiarity breeds contempt. Well, DJ Mackie and Josh Cate know each other well. Their relationship used to be a business relationship, goes back many years.
So you think we might get some frustrations out one way or the other?
There might be a little extra stank on some of these submission attempts. Good friends, better enemies. One of those deals. Oh, and Josh putting a hurting on the panels early. Good sportsmanship being shown.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, 1 10-minute round. 2 players will start. Their teammate has to have one hand on their cage panel, palm-to-palm tags only. When a tag is made, you have 2-on-1 grappling for 5 seconds. Each team has 3 tags until a submission has been gained. After a submission is gained, each team's 3 tags start over.
It's not just who's the best grappler, it's who's the most cohesive team. And it looks like we will have the younger sides of each team starting it off here. It's going to be Chris Goldstein versus James Montgomery.
James seems like he's got quite a bit of height advantage, but I don't think it makes a difference here, does it?
In grappling, it's all very leverage based. I wish these guys would have differentiated the color coding a little
I know.
bit.
They're both wearing gray and black there.
Not doing any favors to us here. Looking for a leg lock, immediate tag by Team Chaos, and there's that 2-on-1. You got to believe that was part of the game plan.
Yep.
Wow, nice sweep.
And they literally get about 3 to 5 seconds to pull that off, correct?
They do, and already hunting for the Darce here. Goldstein looking to lock in that Darce, but Josh Cate, very well versed in different submissions. Looks like he's been able to avoid it so far. And you know, with it being the format where you need to achieve 3 taps, do you let yourself get choked out and then you're woozy for the rest of the contest? That's a great decision you have to make in there. Josh Cate stays calm, escapes the choke, and now he finds himself with the front face lock of his own.
Yep.
There's some veteran utilization of the cage there as he's got his hands underneath the chin. I don't think he's threatening the tap, but he definitely made it uncomfortable for his opponent. The Aries faithful still filing in here as a bout of showers is raining down on Knoxville, Tennessee.
You know, some much needed rain coming in about an hour ago. So
Well, the farmers are happy, but the fans are not.
exactly.
There's the second tag of this period right there. One tag remains, 14 chaos.
And unfortunately, as in the old days of wrestling, this gentleman right here just can stand and watch because his partner's on the other side of the ring.
And when he goes to initiate a tag, he's got to be holding the wall. DJ Mackie awaiting his opportunity to enter the bout. A little north-south here, but a bit different than you would expect to see it because the cage is right there, so he can't quite get the leverage he's looking for. Good showing by James Montgomery. He's been in the ring for quite some time now.
Cotton Eye Joe, we're pretty informal on these grappling matches, so let them hear you. You can cheer during a match. You see something you like, tell them. I promise you, the louder you cheer, they're going to go for those subs. Heck, if you think they're doing something wrong, tell them how to do it right.
And now that we're back in the standings, see, there you go. When you sit down like that, it takes away the high amplitude slam.
I was just getting ready to ask, is that part of the strategy?
I think so. It limits the damage. James Montgomery has been in there probably for close to 3 minutes at this point, and that is exhausting.
Yeah.
He's starting to work his way back to his teammate, though. Maybe he has in the back of his mind, utilizing one of those 3 tags still available to Team 2 Live crew.
You can just imagine the average Joe at home that's watching this thinking, oh, they're standing there for 10 minutes. These guys are going to walk out of there completely exhausted.
Oh, yeah, undoubtedly. Grappling is the most exhausting aspect of mixed martial arts. Because he's been carrying his opponent's body weight for a majority of the fight so far.
Exactly.
Going to have an opportunity here to maybe climb up on the back. And it looked like James thought about going for the tag there. I think they would like to save that for a chance when they can really maximize the 2-on-1 advantage here. And we do not currently have power in our monitor. I can't give you the exact time on the round, but I feel like we are nearing a third of the way through this bout.
Probably about 4.5 minutes in. We just had a tag.
This is DJ's chance to put a stamp on this contest right here. His partner fought off a couple submission attempts, went for one of his own. DJ's been at this a long time, and here we go.
Partner.
We've got the, I would say, leaders of each team. 2 Live crew, Team Chaos throwing down.
Oh,
wow.
That was, yes.
Josh Cate got a little overzealous there maybe with a judo throw attempt. DJ Mackie took the back. Josh Cate's already stayed calm in this situation once, escaped a Darce choke, but now that
looks like a little bit more pressure applied this
a
time
little
than last
bit.
time.
He's trying to get the legs out of the mix, and now he finds himself, he's got to be careful of the triangle here. He is a black belt, so if anybody can escape it here, it is going to be Hollywood Josh Cate. He's shaking his head. He's letting the ref know there's no chance he's going to have 2 Live crews in a great position for a 2-on-1 here. If DJ Mackie wants to make the tag, Josh is very vulnerable. But this is twice now. Josh has just stayed calm in these positions that someone less experienced might have succumbed.
5 minutes, we have hit the halfway point. Who wants to see a sub?
Josh Cate does not want to see a sub. He finds himself,
He seems to be very comfortable.
on the business end of a potential triangle here, but he is doing everything it takes to avoid it. Of course, in MMA, where strikes are a factor, you better believe elbows would be coming in. But that is not a factor here in this tag team format. Josh pulled him away. That tag counts. Count the tag. James Montgomery looking to attack a leg, isolate a leg, but he might walk into something. Josh is a wily veteran.
Yep.
I can't quite see from my vantage point, but maybe an Americano or a Kimura potentially. Josh thought about tapping there, it looked like. I mean, James Montgomery is a big guy. He gets on top of you, he's going to be able to assert his will. Josh Cate tough as nails. Takes the back, middle of the cage. And it doesn't even have to be under the chin for a traditional choke. That can, you feel like your jaw is going to break.
Yeah.
Chuck, I got to give a big thank you, as always. Aries Fight Series definitely feels at home here at the Cotton Eye Joe.
Man, we love having you guys. It's I've known Tim Lloyd for years, and we did some stuff at another venue that I had. And when he reached out to me and said, you know, hey, we're starting up our own thing, we'd love to come, I said, man, absolutely, we'd love to have you guys. And it's worked out perfect for everybody.
Totally. I mean, we're hitting double digits here with Aries Fight Series 10 tonight. A majority of them have taken place in this building. I've been honored to be a part of them. And as the action rolls on this summer, I would expect to see all these great fans out here for every one of these events.
Yeah, and they've got some really talented fighters, and we've had some great bouts here in the last 4 or 5 months.
Well, a new champion will be crowned tonight. More history to be made at the old Cotton Eye Joe. And just awesome to have you here.
We're just glad to be here. It's fun. It's not done a whole lot of commentating. I had a racing show at one time because I was into the racing business. But, man, this is always exciting. You're not going to see the same thing twice, I can promise you that.
Well, it's sort of like
throwing out some advertisements there.
I think he's
sponsor.
I think he's accusing his opponent of utilizing human growth hormone. Unfortunately, the referee cannot investigate those claims at this time. I believe they still have one tag left. Yeah. Team Chaos. I'll be honest with you, I've lost track. I believe they still have one tag.
Yeah, I'm almost positive they do.
Josh would be well served if he could get to his corner and involve James Montgomery.
He's reaching out to tag the ref.
I apologize. I think I've crossed up teammates here briefly once or twice. That is my mistake.
Hey, I think it's probably easy to do with 4 guys out there.
Everybody wearing the black and white.
Black and gray, exactly. They've all got the same uniforms on. One guy's got his name on there. It makes it a little easier on the rookie announcers as myself.
Well, great veteran grit being shown by my former broadcast colleague, Josh Cate. He has been in a couple of dangerous spots that any lesser grappler would have succumbed.
2 minutes left. 2 minutes left. And guys, we ain't got a sub yet.
Yeah, with 2 minutes left, any submission now would likely seal the deal for their respective team.
Yep. And I'm sure these are a little harder to judge. You know, just to the average eye, it seems like they're just kind of doing the same things. But
we've had a little variance in how they've been decided. If it were to go scoreless after 10, sometimes they agree if there will be a sudden death round. Oh, that's getting tight. That's getting tight. Josh trying to get the arm up over the face. Oh, that's turning into a vicious neck crank.
This goes to show you a seasoned veteran that's taking this. You know, he's got his hands up there around to keep him getting back in that position.
Oh, yeah. And at this point, you've probably broken a good sweat, and that just makes it even more difficult to secure the submission.
1 minute left.
And Josh Cate delirious from all this grappling. He's trying to tag in the ref.
He's trying to tag the ref.
Say, with this ref, you get him in there, he might be able to choke everybody. This guy's huge.
Yeah, I think that guy's been in the ref for the UFC, from what I understand.
Well, he's the man.
He's usually very serious, so at least they got a smile at him a couple times.
Well, as time gets short here, you see the desperation for the sub trying to isolate that arm, and if it were to pop out at this point, Josh Cate would be in trouble. He is shaking it off, confident as ever.
Yep.
Wow, if he could get that arm free, it would certainly secure the tap. But Josh Cate's grip, you know, grip strength is a very real thing.
Absolutely.
And until you're in one of these chokes or you're preventing one of these chokes, you don't realize how important it is.
What a show these guys have put on.
A little bit of a subdued start here as no one's been able to secure the submission, but great fighting spirit being shown by all 4 of these warriors here in this first bout.
All right,
there you go.
Joe, we have hit that 10-minute expiration. Let's give it up for both these teams.
In these instances, I believe it will be declared a draw unless they'd already negotiated something previous.
These guys love competing. They're in the gym all the time, and they say, what the heck, let's just
Man,
do
you're exactly
right
right.
here.
This gentleman right here is a
Training
big
in
kid.
tonight for your entertainment, guys. We reached that 10-minute time limit, so this is a draw. Good job, gentlemen. Human chest